Hello, thank you for joining me for another video. And I couldn't watch Meta stock drop anymore. I'm going to have to take action. So right here, I'm going to purchase, for the first time in the new YouTube portfolio, I'm going to purchase some Meta stock. So I'm going to purchase one share of Meta right now. And then we're going to talk through why I'm buying Meta, my history with the company of when I've bought it, and also what I'm looking forward to in the future. So first of all, let's buy this. There we go. Okay, we're good. So we own ourselves one share of Meta inside the new YouTube portfolio. So if you haven't seen the previous videos, we started this portfolio last week just to basically document starting from scratch at the start of the year, building a new portfolio from scratch. So I'm gradually scaling into companies that I like when I see fit. We've got some cash on the sidelines, and we're going to be buying stocks as and when throughout the year to hopefully grow this portfolio and beat the market. So first of all, let's go and then actually look at Meta stock and what has happened with it recently. So now looking into Meta stock itself, we can see we had another red day today. And if we look across the past year, we can see it's done absolutely nothing. It's actually slightly down on the year. And this is compared to, well, we had a big bull market last year. The S&P 500 had a great year, and loads of growth stocks had completely transformational years. Meanwhile, this company, one of the biggest companies in the world and the most innovative companies in the world, has done absolutely nothing. And why is that? Well, we can see here when a lot of businesses were doing really well and their stocks were taking off, we see a massive drop. And this is because basically people are getting nervous about the huge amount of money that Mark Zuckerberg is spending on Meta for AI infrastructure. And this is reminding people of back here when we took a massive drop to under $100 back in 2022. And this is when they were spending heavily on Reality Labs. So this is building out their VR technology. They were spending billions and billions every single quarter. That spooked investors by how much profit they were spending. And it's only kind of just recently it's actually recovered from that. And people are worrying about that again. But there's a big reason why I think people shouldn't have to worry about that. One, I think that we can kind of trust that AI really is much more transformational than virtual reality was back then. And two, I think Meta's approach to AI is actually completely misunderstood. And now using AI so much right now, it's completely transformed how they target with their advertisements. And personally, if you look at actually use cases of AI, I'm not sure there's a company that's actually making more profit right now than Meta than actually using AI in a real world use case. So a bit of context, I've run Facebook ads for my own businesses and for other people's businesses for over 10 years now. And I've seen the platform change so much over that time, but there was a huge change around 2 years ago where Meta stopped being about targeting people based on their interests and their demographics. The targeting actually became completely AI based. So actually when we're running ads now, we're not playing around with different interests and stacking interests and demographic and testing lots of different ones. We're pretty much leaving it broad. We're just saying to Meta, here are my creatives, here are my images, here are my videos. Please find that target customer. And it is doing that really, really well. This is not just a little niche thing. The biggest advertisers don't really rely on interest targeting anymore. They make their creatives and Meta finds the right people. And you might have also noticed this in your own algorithms and your own feeds on Instagram. The stuff that you're getting now is highly personalized, and you might find yourself falling into a swipe hole even quicker because it's so personalized and it's so fun to get stuff that's relevant to you and you want to share with your friends. So I think most people are overlooking just how useful AI is for Meta right now. All of that targeting is done by AI, and we've also seen their profitability metrics improve over time, and that is because of their AI targeting. They're able to deliver ads that are so much more relevant to someone at the right time that makes them want to buy. And if they buy, their advertising is more useful and people spend more money. It really is that simple. Something else we're going to go over to, which happened recently. They were speaking about this. Let's go back here. They were speaking about this towards the end of the last year, and they've actually started executing on that now. But Meta is scaling back their metaverse ambitions and cutting jobs here. I think they've cut around 10% of jobs there. There were rumors they're going to cut about 30%. But this, I think, is their response, Mark Zuckerberg's response to say we are actually controlling our costs. We do not want to waste money, but where we are spending money, it's very important. And this might actually ease people's concerns a little bit about, are they just wasting money at absolutely everything at the moment? And hopefully making people think that they're not just wasting money for the sake of it. They are trimming money where they think it's being wasted, but they're spending money where they think it's useful. And in terms of where they think it's useful, another bit of news that came out recently is Mark Zuckerberg actually announced that they're releasing Meta Compute. So there have been loads of rumors about this or thoughts about, are they going to do this in the past? They're spending billions and billions and billions on GPUs for processing data and creating AI models. Is there actually a way they can start outsourcing this and allow people to use them as a data center? And it looks like they're starting to do this. They haven't actually released the product for this yet, but they have put a team in place. They've announced that it's Meta Compute, and I'm sure there's going to be updates on this coming in the months. We do have Meta's earnings for Q4 coming up next week. So hopefully we do actually get an announcement of what they're thinking of right there. And so jumping back into the stock price, what do I think it's going to do in the short term? I really don't know. The reason that I've purchased this is because I think Meta is a great company. I'm happy to hold this over the long term. I do hold this in another portfolio. My average is quite a bit higher than this. I think my average in my portfolio, I bought it after this initial drop, so I'm around $650 there. I'm happy to hold this as a great company that I'm confident is going to execute well in the future. What we're looking for this year, well, obviously we'll need the macro to do well, but we're also going to have to look at what the next discussions are going to be when we're looking at the earnings call next week. Mark Zuckerberg, I think he knows he's going to be under a bit of pressure with how the stock price is performing recently. He's going to have to assure people that this AI investment is going to pay off, and it already is paying off in their numbers. If they report some good numbers, that's really going to help as well. And also if we get discussions about the future planning of AI and what they're doing, if they're looking at going to compute, are they looking at a special niche area of compute where they might actually be helping small to medium-sized businesses, their type of customers on their ad platform? Can they actually help them with their AI compute and provide them another service as well to, again, make more revenue from those users? So it's going to be very interesting listening to this next earnings call. That's what I'm going to be looking for. And in terms of the YouTube portfolio overall, I'm happy to have one share of this now in there. So now I can track it. If it drops further, I might look at adding another share in there as well. But at the moment, it's just a way of getting companies that I'm interested in into this portfolio, buying gradually over time. And while I'm buying these companies that I'm happy buying at the moment at their current price, I am also still looking out for that next big winner. My big winner most recently has been Rocket Lab. That's just performed amazing for me and is still performing amazing for me now. I first got onto Nebius around $55, and I do actually hold that in this portfolio as well. But I'm always going to be on the lookout for not just companies that have kind of been depressed and I think can improve in the stock price this year, but also what are some next possible big winners, some next big swings that I can make, companies that are executing that are much lower market cap, but I think can grow to a much larger market cap in the future as long as they continue to execute. So I just wanted to provide this quick update on Meta. I have purchased it in the new portfolio now. Why I've purchased it and my thoughts about it. If you're interested in Meta or you're a Meta investor yourself, please do let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts, what you're looking for ahead this year, what you want to see them do. And also if you're going to be purchasing any more, or what your target prices are if you are looking to purchase a little bit more. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the very next update.